Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode 154. I am your GM Gagnor, and Seti. What did we do
Yeah.
last week? I know it wasn't a
Uh
lot, but what did we do?
yeah, so last week we found out that our next mission is going to be to go and reclaim the water cauldron that got taken over by the Black Goat of the Woods. They said they would give us 3 battalions to take with us, and that we include another champion from one of the negative planes, ideally, just to keep people happy. Um, so I reached out to my sister, the what are we calling her in this campaign? The Raven Queen, essentially, to be like, hey, pick a champion. Maybe it should be Destrin. And she was like, maybe if Destrin found one of my missing swords. And I was like, hey, Destrin, go find the missing sword. And then we talked about crafting and stuff. And I have a to do list for this session based on what we talked about last time.
Okay, so I guess with that sort of recap of everything that people did, what do people want to do today?
Nope.
I believe you guys were given the information that you've got a couple of days before you need to be prepared for battle.
Yeah,
And
we
that
have
you're
a
going to
week.
be yeah, so I would say about 6 days now.
Yeah,
um
day
so
of
you got
planning.
6 days to do some crafting, uh some general work, that you a bit of minutia that you need to accomplish before the next big thing. um and you've been informed also that you have 3 battalions that are going to be under your command um for this venture. So with that in mind,
Enjoying being
who wants to go
superhuman.
first? Who's got an idea of what they're doing right now?
I know partially what I'm doing, but I need to hear from other people if they need me to craft stuff still. And what it is I need to craft. So I know, Seti, you wanted your ring remade into earrings?
Yes, and I want to use the Psychic Stone of Gaia to give them psychic resistance. And then any leftover, like, gem dust you have from that stone after making it into earrings, I want to do some other shit with. There's an knife with that stone dust. So, save the dust.
Tattoo stuff?
Yeah, damn it.
Just kick her out, babe.
Getting so big?
But no less feisty.
She's eating the cables of my computer, so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
that's my to-do list for Oren, specifically.
Yeah,
Alright,
and
so-
I gotta remake my ring. Probably gonna make it into another ring, but add the fire gem to it.
Sure.
Because I don't have any
I would
other-
say on these projects, since a lot of the framework is already done, a lot of the enchantments already there, you're making modifications. I think with the level of crafting you're capable of, you should be able to complete each one of those projects in about a day. So, I mean, like, as in both of them, in about a day.
Oh, I thought you meant one project per day.
No, I think you could probably knock them both out in one day, since you're modifying other things. That said, a lot of items that have resistances in them are attunement items. And I know you guys don't want them to be attunement items, so that will affect the DC that you need to meet to successfully create the item.
Yeah.
So what I'll go ahead and say is, if you want to spend a day making those adjustments, you can. I have a DC in mind, and you just have to beat it.
Okay.
So we'll do one single roll, and then are you adding material to or losing material from some of these things?
It's a good question. Well, I'm turning her ring into 2 earrings. I might
Right. So,
add a
I
little
mean, one
material.
gemstone. There was already one gemstone in the ring, if I remember correctly.
No, there's no gemstones in these ones.
Just the circlets.
They're just Magicial bands that had no gems.
Gotcha. Well, then you're adding one, so only one earring would be able to have the gemstone in it.
Well, they can both have one, but one would be a little bigger than the other. And that one would be the magical one, essentially.
Gotcha. I mean, well, the thing is they could be the same size. What I'm saying that the larger piece keeps the energy within it, it's as you're cutting away. So once it's cut away, the energy won't transfer to a larger piece.
Gotcha.
So you can get some pretty sizable gemstones out of these that are just regular gemstones. The energy will continuously move down to the as you cut away and away and away and away and away.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So for that, what are you going to attempt to get out of the gemstone as you cut it down? Are you going to mostly leave dust? Are you going to instead try to get like a couple of usable gems out of it?
Which gem is this one?
I need
Look at the
enough
list.
dust for a medium-sized
the-
tattoo.
If I remember correctly, this is the amethyst.
Psychic was...
Psionic amethyst, yes. Okay.
Oh, that's helped out.
So how much dust do you need?
How much do we need for a medium-sized tattoo, DM?
Medium-sized tattoo would be 2 cartridges worth. Is there anything that we put in there, Mood, about the amount of dust that you need?
Not particularly. It's just been X amount consumed when we've used it.
Yeah, so I would say you would need 2 small pouches, 2 serving sizes of gem dust, which you could easily get by what's it, the size of a fist. So you could easily get that cutting the way down. So you don't have to specifically make room for it. As you cut and shape whatever gemstones you're getting out of this, you're going to get that much byproduct for sure. Especially if you're making something small enough to fit on an earring.
Yeah. So I don't think we're worried about getting extra gems per se out of any of these, because we got lots of other gems we can sell if we need money. So I could just do all the excess stuff into dust.
All of the excess into dust.
No, like, look, they're really pretty gems, and I know we have a lot of gems, but there's no such thing as too many gems, and these are amethyst, which is my favorite. So if we have extra, maybe I'll make myself an amethyst crown, or I don't know, but, you know, I hate to see it all go to dust.
And if they have the
I mean,
extra
the more
power
we
and
can
all-
sell, the more stuff we can buy to fight stuff.
Grim is right, too. The more gold we have, the more stuff we can buy.
Well, you got to keep in mind though, these are just going to be amethysts once I cut them off.
Amethyst
They'll
is
still
not
be
a highly
pretty.
valuable gemstone. on
You
its own,
shut up.
right?
I like amethyst. I think they're worth a lot more than the ugly ones like fucking whatever. The purple is the best color.
All right. Do you want to try, for the sake of SETI, would you like to try to cut a couple of amethysts out of it while you're cutting it down?
Please.
Or are you just going to
Sure.
dust the whole? Okay, cool. Go ahead and make me a tinker check for that.
Whoops! It's all dust.
You get inspiration
This is-
on every single one of your rolls for my stuff. Up
Yeah, she
to
just sits
7
there.
per day. 6 per day?
Yeah, up to 6.
6 failures, though.
All right, so
Or
I'm just doing a tinker
success.
check,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just to get some gems out of it.
Correct.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good roll. 31
All right.
without inspiration.
Without inspiration. So with a 31, not only do you cut down exactly what you want shape-wise for her actual gemstone going into the earring, that's pristine, perfect, and has the energy within, no cracks, no blemishes, and it's actually quite clear in clarity and sizable. And you're able to split off a couple of sides when you first start some very large, well-cut amethyst pieces. Those are going to be worth 50 gold apiece. So 2 large amethyst pieces worth 50 gold each. And then you have several smaller pieces. I'm going to say go ahead and roll a d6, multiply it by 2, and that's how many small pieces, and these are going to be worth 10 gold apiece.
How many of those, sorry?
Roll a d6 and multiply it by 2.
Oh. Well, that's 2 times 2, so 4.
Yeah, so you have 4. Yeah, and then the rest is just dust. So based on the size, for the amount of dust that's going to be, roll me 2d4 plus 2.
You said the small ones were 10 gold each?
Yep.
Okay.
No, the small ones are 10 gold. The big ones are 50.
How many
And
small
what?
ones?
4.
4.
And you said roll what? 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
So 7.
7 basically serving sizes of amethyst dust.
Okay.
It's like 7 little pouches. Almost like a little gunpowder sized pouch. Like when they used to film muskets.
And I made the earring ones look like little, like raindrops or teardrops. It's like the design for them, for the earrings.
Perfect.
All right. And then if you'll go ahead and make me your tinker check for that one.
Were you buffing me for that one, City?
You
You
get
have
all the
you have a
so you get inspiration on all your rolls, but you also get enhanced ability for whatever dexterity, whatever intelligence. I don't know what you want.
Intelligence.
so you're
Okay,
rolling with advantage.
So you get advantage for an hour.
Okay.
I can re up. I have a lot of spell slots. I'll just use them all. It's fine.
And what is the inspiration? A D12?
D12.
12.
Okay, let's see. So that is 29.
29. Okay. You are making these earrings. Question, did the bird give guidance during this or no?
If Bropsy is present, but also maybe Seti would have grabbed her to be like, "Hey, help with my fucking earrings because this is really important."
If requested, I give.
Okay.
So that's a
Go
D4.
ahead and a d4.
Which means the DC was 30 and he's trying to give you an out.
DC was in fact 30.
I got plus 4, so 33.
So while you're enchanting these, a moment you feel like the power is increasing in a way that doesn't seem like it's able to contain and maintain itself on its own. But Bropsy comes in and says, "Oh, you forgot to put one of those doodads you put in each time." And you're like, "Oh my god." And right as she came in and gave that little extra bit of information from watching you work on shiny objects day in and day out, you're able to finish the formula just the way you need it so that it does not require attunement.
You're welcome. I'm kidding.
Okay. For the other item that you're working on, go ahead and roll.
Oh, for my ring?
Yep.
So let's see, what gem is that one? Is that the Hellfire Obsidian?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I'll do same thing with this gem, get some gems out of it, and then some
Okay.
dust as well. So what am I rolling first? The gem cutting or?
Yeah, do the gem cutting, so it's just going to be another tinker check. You giving him guidance? Are you going to give him inspiration for this too, babe, or are you just going to let him do his own stuff?
I can hang around and help out with the other stuff. I'm trying my new earrings on.
Okay, so you're putting your new teardrop earrings in. They work
got
just
a-
as intended.
32.
With the 32, yeah, you do successfully get several small pieces and large pieces, and you cut down to the size that you want very easily. Go ahead and roll me.
What would these gems be considered?
These are still a rare form of obsidian.
Okay. I just want to know what to call them.
Yeah, so the energy is still going to only be in the one piece, but these are bits of obsidian that have a red hue, deep, like a little bit of like a red edge to them. It's very unique looking, like blackish red glass.
Okay. And what do you want me to roll?
So go ahead and roll me a d4.
3.
Okay, so you do successfully get 4 well-sized pieces out of this obsidian. The way that it was shaped allowed you to get all 4 sides hewn off properly before you started cutting the smaller pieces. Roll me 2d4 plus 2. Sorry, 2d6 plus 2.
8, 10.
So you get 10 small pieces. So the large ones are going to be 100 gold apiece. Small ones are going to be 20 apiece. The obsidian chunk was a much larger piece than the that you were working with overall.
And then the dust
amethyst.
amount?
For the dust amount, go ahead and roll 2d4.
5.
So 7 bags. And I will say that accomplishing this, and then go ahead and make your last tinker check.
Mhm.
You have inspiration, probably guidance.
I got 32 without the other stuff. I'll
Okay.
roll the other stuff. Plus 1 guidance. 33.
Right.
I'll save the inspiration.
All right, with the 33, you do successfully make it without a need for attunement. And it works as intended.
Alright.
Now, of course, you can always bring these things in front of your friendly neighborhood breath creation dragon and ask him whether or not he wants to try to add a little extra juice to them. Otherwise,
I am in his shop at the same time while he's doing all this.
You can
I'm
do
digging
one for today at least, if
Yeah,
you're up
I'm-
for it.
but I'm digging through your supplies of metal.
all right, so he's
Oh.
digging through all your scrap metal supplies, and he did just buy a large amount of magisteel and mithril, but I assumed he had
keep that in
planned
my
for that.
bag.
Okay, gotcha. But I do
I
know
don't
that
necessarily
he's
have
got
plans for it. I just bought it because I was low.
What's my a D100? Is that what I'm?
Which one are you breathing on?
I would do the earrings first.
Sure. I was like, which one would you like to see? That is a 79.
Which is a failure, right? You would have to you would have to be level 21 for that to have worked.
Yeah.
So no additional effects.
Always worth a shot.
Okay, and I'm going to say that took up your entire day, Orin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you still have half of your day worth of time, Seti, to do things like in between when you were needed.
Get to work on tattoo plans?
The gem cutting would have been the first step in his process, so you would have gotten your amethyst dust early.
We need to talk to Cleary.
Cleary's there. Just
Um,
yes.
Well, okay, so I've been doing research about, we've got to get like super strong going into this because we could all die, right? And
Yes, it seems to be our modus operandi is almost dying.
and you're a very good artist and also a very good wizard, and you have lots of tattoos of your own, and
I have one very large one, yes.
okay, well, yes, okay, right, but okay, yes. So I had a couple of things that I thought would be cool to do that would make me a little bit more powerful going into this, but also maybe one that would make us more powerful together that I read about, if you were open to it. Because I know, having rings matching is one thing, but having matching tattoos is a totally different thing. But if it'd be very small, but it's I forgot what they called it in the book that I was researching. But basically, it would make us, we share healing through the rings. This one would make us share wounds. But
Dangerous.
but also make us more resilient against getting hurt in the first place. So it's a little bit of a trade-off.
I see.
Just
Well,
I thought it was interesting, and I
would be honored to be able to share life force with you if that's sort of what this is. I mean,
we're already
certainly
in a bit
becoming...
with the healing, but I don't want to push
Yes.
it too far too fast. But it would make you less easy to hit, and I worry about you getting hit all the time.
Oh well, then by all means, I am for it.
Are you sure? Insight check.
I'm sure. I make an insight check. Let me just put my ring back up.
21. Is
21?
this his normal nervousness or his I'm lying nervousness?
He doesn't really know exactly what these tattoos are, but he's like, if you think it's a good idea, sure.
I will explain to him because obviously the art and the tattoos and the enchanting.
He's a
That's
little
not
worried
really
about
my
time.
thing.
Takes a little while to tattoo.
Yeah, so we got to make plans. We got to is this? But it is a
Okay.
small one. Hang on, let me find it.
Find out how much time it looks like it'll take.
Mark of Soulmates. It is small, but it is ornate. So it is small, but it is not a simple design.
Is there
In
an
the book, it
estimation
would-
on this one for how long it would take?
I didn't see time, but it would cost about 3.5k to have, to pay somebody to do it. In the book.
Right. Well, I can certainly cut that price in half. As far as the enchanting materials necessary, based on your research paper here, cut the artist fee, as it were. So for the both of us to get this tattoo, would that amount to the 3,500, or is it 7,000, and we're cutting it down to 3,500 for the both of us to receive this tattoo?
That second one, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'll pay.
Let me check how much you have the money.
I can pay. I can pay.
All right. Well,
3.5k.
well, here's a list of materials. If you'll pick those up today, I'll memorize the tattoo and see if we can't get this done. I'm not entirely certain of the time frame involved in making such a tattoo. If you check the other binder, the other GM's binder for it, I'm pretty sure it says how long generally it takes for a tattoo of small size.
I'll look again. I have to do it on my phone now. I can't pull it up during stream. Whoops.
In that case, I'll figure it out.
Quick side question. The communication effect, is it just going to be the same that it had previously? Transferred to the earrings?
Works for me.
Wait, what?
The ring was the communication ring, right? And I'm transferring all that into the earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that it's just going to be the same enchantment, so to speak.
Yeah. It would just be the same enchantment. I mean, if you wanted to, you could improve it slightly, but they're also additionally giving you the resistance, right? And
Mhm.
you could take more time. If you wanted to add more time to the project, you could do that. Babe, go ahead and roll me a D8.
D8. Three.
Just so I'll say that it takes you the morning to get the ingredients that he needs. Mitnia, is it alright if I borrow your tattooist knife?
Like, throws it to like the door frame next to him, just like.
Oh, ha. Very nice. Okay, great. Gonna have to sanitize this again, but that's fine.
Prestidigitation.
Technically, it's magic. It shouldn't need.
He's just like, wait, I'm supposed to sanitize that?
This is just every time you use it.
That's
So
why
he
my
takes
back's
it,
been so itchy.
he cleans it, and then he says, "All right, well, shall we?"
For the
So
design,
Cleary,
because it's a
Sorry?
small one. I thought maybe the design we could just do like a little bracelet or like a little wrist thing that's like, I mean, mine is kind of like I've already got like stars and constellations, so I thought maybe like the phases of the moon in a band or some like a little constellation or something that I don't know, whatever works for.
wow, that takes a million years. Ooh, that's so it's 9 plus 14, 23. Easily destroys the DC for this. It takes 7 hours.
Okay.
But your tattoo is done. He says, I will simply repeat this myself. I'll take care of my own tattoo tonight, and yes, that should be good. After doing it the first time, in fact, I think I could knock this out even faster.
Nice. It looks really good.
So he's gonna roll his d20, which it's taking me a million years to roll on this thing right now.
Yeah, you got kind of robotic while that was loading, so clearly your computer be stressing.
It's not really my computer that's having a problem, I don't think. It's just the fucking Chrome.
Well, anyway, that's me.
All right,
for
Seti, your
today.
earrings are in D&D Beyond.
Oh shit, that was
They are
fast.
called Psionic Amethyst Earrings.
Yeah, after knocking out your tattoo, he does his own very quickly and very easily. It only takes him 5 hours. So 12 hours total it took for him to apply these and create these tattoos.
That's my
Just, well,
man.
if anybody else needs anything else tattooed on them,
How much?
let me know.
Never mind. We used other materials for that, right? I still have the dust from the amethyst.
No, I assume you use the amethyst dust.
Okay.
So it's going to be use half of the amount of one thing.
Half of.
Well, actually, technically, it would use one for each of your thing because yeah. So a medium would be 2 and a large would be 3. So it took 2 pouches of amethyst to make your 2 tattoos.
Okay, so there are 5 left. Okay, thank you. That's me for the day.
Yeah. And that's half of Cleary's day. Cleary's the rest of the afternoon. He's like, I have some business to tend to. I'm going to be meeting up with the Magister to discuss the possibility of aspirancy, or potentially, yes. I guess
Also-
aspirancy first.
Ask him if there's any news on the request I made through him to Mistra. Just the little curiosity question that I had a while back.
I forgot what that was, so if you could please...
It was a hypothetical about, if a sleepless child could magically be put to sleep.
I will ask him about it.
Thank you, I love you, bye.
Yes, me too. And then he's off. Okay. Who's next?
I have no idea what Grim wants. I think he wants that Kraken tattoo, but that's all I can think.
Barry does leave the knife when he goes to do his afternoon thing. You'd have to find an artist.
We also got
Or trust
6
Mitnir.
days or whatever.
Minir can draw a kraken. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Spaghetti monster, right?
It's got meatball eyes.
Well, when you do decide what you want to do with your day, Grim, let me know. In the meantime, Bropsy, is there anything you wanted to do with your day?
Bropsy is potion making, but you're gonna have to come back to Bropsy in 5 minutes to know what potion that is.
Okay. Grim, are you doing any potion making? Any harvesting?
Well, if she's potion making, she's using the timed dog cauldron, and
That's true.
Probably, yeah.
But you haven't harvested your stuff that you've made.
I harvested 21
Amanita.
last time. Yeah, red amanitas.
I do think you planted other stuff too, didn't you? Do you have a list of everything you planted in your area, or?
Oh gosh. Let's see. I had a bunch of stuff before. I don't know if I have more of them now. Because I had some pixie parasol. Beforehand, I had 5 pixie parasols, and I had some bioluminescent red amanitas, and then I had some mind flayer stinkhorns, and then my biting blood cap.
Attempt to propagate these though?
Yeah, I would have attempted to propagate everything other than the biting blood. Well, they would have been separate in their own little container.
Okay.
The biting blood caps and the devouring blood caps, because they're too dangerous to have around.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a herbalism check.
Herbalism, that one
which is going to be
wisdom and proficiency.
Wisdom proficiency, yes.
Yeah.
On potion making note, do we have any, or can we acquire any more metal struck by lightning?
That's a 32.
Metal struck by lightning is a thing that you're going to have to kind of just attempt to make.
Maybe you could buy it too if we needed to, right?
You could certainly go try to buy it. I'm sure there's a price in the book that has what those usually cost, but
I think it says like 50 for those, but it might be more.
Yep. So with a 17, you do a decent job with the propagation.
No, 17 is base. It's plus. It's 32 total.
32 total. Yeah. Okay. So you're doing a phenomenal job with your propagation, and you double your yield. So for each one of those that you placed in there, you can do a harvest.
So how much am I harvesting?
Well, Pixie Parasol.
I had 5, 6, and 7 of each of those to start.
So you're going to be able to do 5, 6, and 7 harvests.
And how much is a harvest?
It's on the individual for each item. It says what a harvest is.
Oh shoot, that's right. You're right. I'm so out of it today.
So I'm going to say you spend, because that's a lot of harvesting, especially if you want to like leave them so that they'll continue to propagate afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'll say you get that many chances to harvest. And It's going to take you, I'm not going to say your whole day, but about half the day to do all of that.
I'm so out. I've been working on that thing
No,
all
yeah,
weekend. I'm like
absolutely, no
out of
problem.
it today.
I have those days all the time.
Hey, Seti, you had some boots you weren't using or something, right?
No, I'm still using them.
Oh, are you?
Cleary has some boots he's not using. He's wearing them, but he's not attuned to them.
Oh, they require attunement.
Yes.
What are they?
Boots of haste.
Oh,
So that doesn't
Boots of
give you
haste or boots
haste.
of speed? Boots of speed or boots of
Boots of
haste?
speed.
Okay.
Boots of speed, sorry. Not boots of haste. I guess there's I don't know if there are boots of haste, but
There were when I was just looking through all the items, but they're not as good, I don't think. Even though they're more rare, I think they're not as good as the boots of speed.
yeah. But boots of speed is the ones he has. Click your heels together, run really fast. Doubles your movement speed. Which would turn you into too fast.
I mean, that takes a bonus action. I can already do that as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Step of the wind. So
So the bioluminescent red amanitas, those are obviously not normal.
No, but you harvest them the same as regular amanita mushrooms.
Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted me to reduce it or not.
Nope.
I got 28 of them.
Hey, Bropsy, can you send me the information for that feat I need to make for you, for your waves?
Okay. Yeah.
So while you're doing your rolls, Mitnir, what are you working on?
I am, like I said, digging through the orange shop, and basically bugging him, asking what metals does he have or do we have access to?
I can tell you exactly what I have. I have 15 pounds of zephyrite, 50 pounds of mithril, 3 pounds of moonstone, 17 pounds of magisteel, and almost 4,000 aquam.
Okay, so I'm gonna need all of that to make a new sword.
I doubt you'll need all of that, but I could work with you on what you need.
I'm just thinking if we could make me a weapon that we put one of those gemstones like in, or do you cut it up and put it? I don't know what you do with these gemstone things.
Probably mounted at the hilt, yeah.
Maybe could work with that. But if we could make one that's equivalent to or better than, and pops out the fracture one, there's potential for switching up fractures and or using both of them at the same time.
Your fracture sword is what? Like a great sword or long sword? Or...
It's whatever weapon I want it to be.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
So what kind of sword do you want made?
A big one.
Great sword?
I mean, yeah. Why would you want a puny sword? Why would you use something like picks up the daggers? Like, why would you use something like this when you use something like this?
I don't know. Some people like to be fast with their strikes, not necessarily heavy.
But if you only have to hit once, that's faster.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking, maybe we could. I don't know about the whole work of, but we'd have to start with, the core and whatever the metals out of them. We make some sort of alloy or something, right? That's doable.
Maybe.
Magisteel is already an alloy.
We could also maybe see if we can buy some orichalcum.
Does Black and Delvers have that? Do I need to go visit them?
They might have it.
What are the effects of orichalcum?
The thing said with aggressive magics, it was good for.
Question is,
weapon
can we
that
make
might be useful?
Grim something better than a +2 breastplate?
Well, I can make very rare items, which would essentially be +3s. So maybe. Just depends on if we have enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's if he uses his breath on it, in theory, you could get artifact effects.
If we're lucky.
Actually, Grim needs things more probably that help with his like saving throws and stuff, honestly, than AC. Because AC
Yeah.
is like negligible at this point anyway.
So what would Zephyrite
Well-
do in a blade?
Make it lighter.
But is that lighter than Mithril?
Yes, you could
Yeah.
make it as light as air. Lighter than air.
So I'm assuming this is just a discussion that Minier's having throughout the morning while Orin's working on everything else. Just like, what about?
Beelan, can we have you mute when you're not talking? We're picking up some peripheral sound. Thanks.
But yeah. So whatever we think would make for a good sword, because Minier knows how to work metal, but probably doesn't know a whole lot about various attributes of different metals.
Well, you do have a lot of materials. So I'll say this. Since we forcefully muted Beelan for the moment, there are a combination of them that you could use to do any number of things, but it kind of depends on which gemstone you're going to put in that would determine how well it synergizes with which things.
Trying to remember. Which
Were
one?
you thinking of the silvered one?
I was thinking about keeping the silvered one separate, just being able to use that on. Oh, sorry.
Whetstone?
Yeah, as a whetstone for any weapon, for basically anyone could like, whoop, make your weapon better. But use
So
the
maybe the
radiant one in
radiant?
it. Yeah.
Radiant. Okay. Yeah, so Radiant would work really well with Mithril, and it would work well with Magisteel. Not so much Orichalcum. And you could use Aquam in it. You could do an Aquam edge to the blade. However, Orin isn't necessarily experienced with Aquam smithing. He's used to Aquam mechanics. But he hasn't ever forged a Aquam blade before. There are Aquam smiths in the Cauldron of Purity, however.
I'm thinking he and I, over a day or whatever, might be able to make like most of the blade and then take it for like finishing like there to put like the actual edge to it and everything, then something like that.
Sure.
Or if we're making like the ingots for what would be turned into the blade, like that type of idea.
Yeah.
Well, I already have the ingots. That's essentially what I have, right?
Yeah. So
So
you
I
could
would
use
think-
either Mithril or Magisteel to make the core of it. Or a mixture of the two, what have you, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to mix Mithril with, like, actually mix it to create a new ingot or anything like that, because there's already Mithril in Magisteel. It's already an
Right.
alloy. But you could do, like, basically inlays of Mithril that, like, just help with rune writing and stuff like that.
I was thinking work towards a Magisteel blade with a Mithril handle and maybe like inlays of platinum and Magisteel for like filigree and stuff. That's where my head's at least.
Hey. Well, you could get to it.
I mean, I'll spend my day like gathering up that stuff if I need to take it somewhere else to get crafted.
I think that Orin is, at this point, pretty capable of doing the actual blacksmithing himself. but it may not be as good as if like a master blacksmith handled it for the base part. But definitely let Orin do the enchanting and the intricate detail work for sure.
I want to get Orin to make me some bootleg, like Walmart brand jewelry and have Mitnir breathe on it. Like a ring and a necklace. Let's see if we can get something that doesn't have to be attuned that I could wear. And if it's good, great. If not, still something I can wear. Because Mitnir, or not Mitnir, Grim needs something that like will help with his saving throws and something that will help with his low hit points.
Should have fallen in love with one of your party members and gotten a soulmate tattoo.
So if Grim can like get like a bootleg version of like an amulet of health and like a bootleg version of a ring of protection.
Mitnir doesn't have a girlfriend yet, I'm just saying.
I have a boyfriend. It's Nathaniel Durandis.
What if we made a soul group tattoo that applied to all of us?
Oh, that would be great! Yeah,
that's right. We're all poly.
Everybody's dying all over the place, and we have to divide everything by 6
every time.
More math.
Find with
just
me
what
at your own peril.
But no, yeah. If I just like, and you know, in that way, if they're especially if they're going in the cauldron, we get extra breath attempts with Mitnir too.
Well,
there's an
different
Aquam Smith in
cauldron.
the cauldron. I believe it's the one that Orin got chomped on by.
Oh. The shark lady?
Cressus.
The shark lady of Orin's nightmares? Well,
nom nom nom.
She hasn't seen the new me yet.
Yeah.
So you got numb on that one too.
It's up to you guys if specifically where you want to take it, how you want to get it worked on.
Grim doesn't want any of the
It doesn't
gems,
take you long.
He doesn't want to waste any of the gems.
According to the specs of what you want to make, it looks like it'll take about... You said you want the base to be orichalcum? So you said the mass part of it?
The main part would be mithril.
The blade is magisteel, handle mithril. That's what you said.
No, flip that.
Oh, okay.
Blade mithril, like handle being magisteel and like platinum detail.
Platinum detail work. Well, you've got platinum. You can just melt down platinum coins.
Yeah.
So you can just give them platinum and they'll figure out what to do with it when you give them that direction. The question is, who do you want to make this base? You know a couple of blacksmiths. Some of them maybe not so much as good at the detailed work.
I mean, I am also a smith.
You can smith it, too. You can just hand it off to Orin and have him do it.
I am proficient with smithing tools.
There you go. So in that case, yes, he would be the best person to give it.
Yeah, I was like, that seems like the best choice. That at that point to just be like, "I'll help. What do you need, bellows?" You know, like.
Yeah. The question is just if you wanted to do an Aquam edge or if you wanted to do just Mithril Blade all the way through.
I think we'll just go a little simpler there and just Mithril all the way through.
Mithril all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Platinum inlays and magisteel handle. Hokidoki.
And Gremlin
So,
enhanceability.
by the estimation of everything you have there, you should only need 1 pound of magisteel and 3 pounds of mithril. And I think depending on the length of the blade, about 20, 30 platinum pieces, depending on how much filigree you want.
Yeah, you're not making a dragon slayer.
Do like 30 platinum just to make it easy.
So forging the blade itself, Orin?
Yep.
You could probably knock out in about 3 days. like get everything quenched and get the everything pressed together. Do you want to give it any Damascus kind of thing where it's got like the ripples throughout the blade of different metal types, or you just want to do something more simple?
I mean, if I'm gonna be spending 3 days, I'm gonna make it look nice.
Okay, so with that, you can do like the sort of like wavy lines and stuff in it. Do like little folds of magisteel, mithril, magisteel, mithril, magisteel, mithril. Create that, and then melt it down, and then use that to create the blade and the tang, and then put the handle on with pure magisteel with like a nice wrap for the grip, that kind of thing.
Might
Definitely a
put a
Zweihander.
little Zephyrite gem on the bottom, like the base of the handle,
Okay.
just to add more, make it lighter.
Sure. Okay. That being said, if it's going to take you, and this is to doing all the enchanting and everything, go ahead and make me the roll. I'm sure SETI will give you inspiration on this whole project.
You bet.
Grim is enhancing his abilities.
So for this, I think it uses either dexterity or strength.
Did you want to head to the cauldron to save on time and work on this? Or did you just want to do it out of the cauldron?
I mean, time is a luxury we don't have, so I'd probably say we'll go to the cauldron.
Yeah, I imagine.
Especially if you're making stuff for multiple people, right?
Yeah, so you could go ahead and spend the 3 days doing it, and then you can spend even more time if it's not perfect. So, go ahead and make me a roll. Tinker check. Well, I guess smithing check, but...
Oh. I rolled Tinker one.
Oh, I'll know what I'll
Everything's
do.
smithing.
I'll just cast Foresight on him each day.
Oh, what does that do?
That gives him advantage on everything.
Gives you an advantage on every crafting check.
For
You-
8 hours each day.
For 8 hours each day. Hell yeah.
See if this is any better.
Instead of having to do the what do you call it each day, right? Just
Well, I got
spamming.
a 30.
30?
Yep.
Is that with the D12?
Yes.
Okay. So with the 30, you make an incredible blade. The base work of it is exquisite, and it's well balanced. Definitely a good base. Now go ahead and give me the cut. So it's going to be tinkering check for the gemstone.
Oh, okay.
What shape are you carving it into? You're like a maybe like a diamondy shape, probably, but not like a top view, but more like an actual like dink tink
I'm
kind
actually
of thing.
gonna do lightning bolt.
For Mitnir.
Yep. Lightning bolt
Okay.
sheet.
Yeah. So if Grim's using Foresight, I'm gonna Foresight him and then go to the casino each day.
Okay, nice. I mean, this is a week or a month or something that you can do this for before losing a day outside. So,
That was Tinker check.
what's the roll?
27.
27. So you're able to cut it very nicely, exquisitely into the shape that you want to be set within the center of the hilt. And then roll me a d4.
3.
So you do get 3 pieces of the diamond. And that's going to be a diamond that are each worth 1,000 gold pieces.
So that's the Starlight Diamond that we're using, right?
Correct.
So I got 3 large.
Yeah. 3 large diamonds. You don't get a lot of extra because these are the pieces that you're cutting out to create this sort of jagged shape.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to cut those into a nice shape. So go ahead and roll me just 1d4 plus 1.
That'd be a 4.
So you get 5 pouches of diamond dust from the cutting and grinding.
Well, it was a 3 plus 1.
Yeah, so 4.
4. 4 pouches, right?
Sorry,
Okay.
what? Yeah.
I rolled a 3 plus 1 is 4.
Okay. So you get four little pouches of diamond dust.
Okay.
All right. What else we got going on? Oh yes, the overall enchantment. What are you going for other than +3? I'm assuming you're aiming for +3.
This is for the sword, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Because it depends. Depending on what you're going for is going to determine the DC.
I mean, I am very familiar with radiant energy. It's literally coursing through me.
Yep.
So maybe see if I can add a little extra radiant damage.
Okay. Going for a little bit of extra radiant added to it.
Mhm.
+3 weapon. Are there any things that you request?
It'd be cool if we could mirror this thing. The ignores damage resistance, but I don't know how insane that would be.
That would be really nice.
That might require a breath.
Well, yeah, I know, but
You can
Mitnir's
breathe on
is
it
like
anyway.
real sharp. It's got to cut through everything. Is kind of the how he would verbalize any of that.
I don't know
You
if I
can
have
go
the
for
skill
it.
for that, but
But I've already got the DC in mind if you want to accomplish it. It's not low.
yeah, it's already going to be high, so I think we'll hold off
Yeah,
on the ignore
probably
resistance.
really
No, that's
high.
okay. That's okay. But Mitnir doesn't even say that part. He's just like it real sharp, cuts through everything. You know.
I'd say if I was at the level where I could craft legendary stuff, that might be an option, but not yet.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll with advantage and
And
with inspiration.
this is a intelligence roll, or what is this one?
Was this for the
I
enchantment?
will say
or
you
just
could
for
also
the...
sacrifice some health into a ruby to get a little extra out of the
Let's
roll.
see. Does he have to sacrifice, or does
I would
He
have
has
to
to
do it. Yes.
He would have to sacrifice 25 hit points
yeah, you
to
could
get
do
a maximum.
25 to get an additional +5 to your roll.
Okay, I could do that.
Mitnir just like sticks it in your hand and like cuts your hands. Like hold on, hold
All right.
still, hold still.
Make sure to tick the number down.
Just is that one for or one for each of those?
That's just one.
Okay.
So what am I rolling?
So you're rolling tinker check.
Tinker check? Okay. That's basically intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying tinker check, because it's the same as your enchanting process. So this is setting all these inlay runes and the platinum all throughout to get the enchantments right, and then getting them pressed
then
in with
What am I adding?
radiant energy.
From the
You're
rubies?
adding a d6. You're rolling with advantage. You're adding a d6 and +5, or d12 and +5.
Oop. Okay.
Not d6. My bad.
Oh my god. Rolled a 1 on the
You were
d12.
better with the d6.
Well,
I
we'll
know.
keep the 2. We'll keep the 2 you rolled on the d6. It's fine.
Okay.
So it was
So you're at 27.
Is 27.
with a 27, you make a good sword.
I'm gonna have to spend another day on it, I think.
It's +3. It's got the gemstone. The gemstone's working, but it doesn't get any of that extra you were looking for. If you want to spend a little bit more time, deconstruct the sword and redo the enchantments, you can do so.
I'm just gambling.
I've got time, so yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Takes you a little while. You restart. Basically, go ahead and give me. I'm going to say because you have to disenchant it, that's going to take you about a week in the cauldron, which is a quarter of a day outside, to get it prepared for your next attempt.
We'll come back and he'll be like, "What? You're starting over."
Go ahead and give me your next attempt. Bless you, babe.
When I'm unable to help him for any of these side tasks, I'm gonna check in on the troops that we kind of got started training here to see if they've grown in number, gotten better, how they're doing.
Oh, that is an insanely much higher roll. 49.
49.
49. That's disgusting.
Do you want to breathe on it?
Oh yeah, I'll breathe on it. We'll see if we get lucky. What do I need to roll here?
D100.
Yeah, no. I mean, what's this?
Under
18.
Under 19 or 18.
Yeah.
Under 18, above 82.
That's nowhere near the 63.
So as you breathe on it, like this beautiful sword, you don't see it take. I don't want to be meta, but is there any chance maybe you Mitnir might wish that it had worked?
I'm around for bardic inspirations. I've got them coming out my ass.
No, they're using your inspirations.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Well, my breath is just a straight D100. I think upon testing between the swords, there's definitely a chance.
I'm just reminding you that there's an option. Mitnir, in my opinion, likely to wish his sword was better.
So in my head, I already had thought of that. Like, he goes out to test the two, like current one, other one, and it's like, man, I wish this sword was, you know what I mean? Like, that was already in my head. So it's just same wavelength. You're not meditating at all.
Sorry, gotcha. So is it, as you say that, you feel some sort of strange ripple of energy, and let's do some work here. In the meantime, does anybody else have anything else they want to do while I'm pulling up what is necessary?
I just want to roll for all the gambling I've been doing. It's been, what, like 10 days of gambling?
10 days of gambling? Okay. I'll pull the grab bag of prizes up. You can't just go crazy with it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to roll a random number.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me. I'll say this: you can roll twice on the uncommon, once on the rare, and once on the very rare.
Oh, I thought I was just going to roll to see if I won any money.
Oh yeah, you could do that if you want. Yeah, roll as much as you want.
But that'll work too if you wanted to do it that way.
If you spend 10 days gambling, I mean, I guess that's true. You should roll to see if you lost money. You could lose too.
I mean, I don't think Grim would he would probably play it smart. Like, he's still playing Jack Black, so the odds of losing a lot of money are pretty low. But,
yeah.
But like, I didn't know if you wanted to do like a roll X and see how much you win, and then go off the tables, you know. But we can do that. So what? Sorry, what am I rolling again for the tables? I don't even know what those are.
It's just D20.
D20. There's a 7.
D100.
Oh boy.
So a 7?
Yeah.
Stop with my water.
You get yourself a great axe with your 7. Next.
This is gonna be so much better than whatever they're making. And then a 12.
Yeah, you get 5 dried leeches.
Oh, perfect. And then what else am I rolling?
What'd you roll, Moon?
14.
Ooh.
14.
14's good.
All right. Roll a d6. It's not nothing. And it kind of goes with it. All right. So, yeah, you rolled a d20 for the next one?
Yeah, it's a 15.
15. Get some greaves.
Oh, it's some greaves.
Okay. So, the roll was 49.
If you need some time on that, you don't need to have it.
Nope, I can do it right now.
Okay.
And then roll me another d100 there.
$11. Why couldn't I roll these when I was trying to breathe on it?
Just need the... Yeah, this would be fun. Or enroll me a d100. And then give me one more d20. Grab.
Oh, one more. Okay. A 1.
1?
I rolled an 80.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
The cats are fighting over the faucet.
All right, what'd you roll? Grim?
A 1.
Get some nice armor.
Some nice armor.
Okay. So,
Clearly decorated.
That's decorative. Go put it on a one of those little model things, one of the little mannequins.
okay, so the weapon. These are the stats for it, so you're gonna be able to make it based off of this. It is a +3 greatsword that does an additional 3d8 radiant damage. Gives you +2 wisdom while equipped.
Plus how much wisdom, sorry?
2.
2?
Ignores resistance because of your wish. However, you are blind when you are more than 10 feet away from the sword. After you've equipped it, if you are ever more than 10 feet away from the sword, you are blind. Can't see without it.
Shit.
And that's for using your wish spell to accomplish this creation.
That seems fair.
The best part though is testing it out when he does the wish, picks it back up, tries again. It's like, wow, it got way better. I must have been using it wrong.
All right. And because you rolled a 49, it doesn't require attunement. Because you rolled a 49. Okay.
Definitely my biggest roll yet.
During this time, you could easily get either Cleary or Seti to identify, or any number of people to identify for you. So, to help you out, you got a Blood Rage Great Axe.
Blood Rage Great Axe. Hold on. Blood Rage. Add. Okay.
Fey Rot Armor.
Sorry, say that again.
Fey Rot, WROUGHT. Fey
Okay.
Rot Armor.
Fey Rot. Any particular?
Shrieking Greaves.
Shrieking Greaves. Don't shriek at me, Greaves.
And Anti-Magic Armor. Okay. So this is what you guys do during the cauldron. The stuff that you were working on. While you're there, you certainly meet up with the group of people that you trained. They have, I don't remember what they were called, the C something.
Is Vortex something? I don't remember now though. My brain's just blank.
Yep, completely forgot what these guys are.
It's in my notes, but I don't want to go digging for it.
It's
Well,
fine.
point is, they're like, Commander, it's been so long, we've gotten strong, and like some of these guys are like huge, like ripped, like they've been working out, following your training regimen, but they've been doing it at this point for the amount of time you guys were gone for like half a year or so, even more than that probably. So they've gotten pretty tough. They've got a pretty good regiment, and they inform you that they're like, yeah, so we actually have the Aquam turrets have been built facing off towards the Cauldron of Life. We've got quite a bit of defensive position going on, and we even had a couple installed in the other cauldron as well. So yeah, we've got a secondary group that has been training and is covering the ice side too. So Cauldron of Strife, Cauldron of Purity working together.
Would you guys potentially be interested in helping take the other cauldron back?
I mean, we could try.
I mean, you can say no, but we've been told to bring like 3 legions of people to work on it, and
Oh, yeah, we've been informed of the 3 battalions that are going to be coming through. I'm pretty sure there's a meeting at the end of the week will be happening here. Well, not specifically here with us, but within the cauldron.
well, I'd like at least whoever you guys have as the commanding when I'm not here to attend.
Certainly. I'll let the commander know.
And I'll relay this to the group as well, like that we potential, like I don't know if they're better or worse than our other choices, but they're here.
All right. So with that, you made a crazy ass sword.
And now it's time to make some bootleg jewelry.
Grimm's been waiting for bootleg jewelry and has like a pile of random
And be
items
like,
sitting
"Here,
in the corner.
Here's some presents for you."
Well, so you mentioned an amulet. What were you doing an amulet? Were you ripping an amulet off? Because I also need an amulet. So now I'm like,
She needs
Do I
an
wanna do
amulet
that?
too.
Do I wanna do
Everybody-
this?
crafted. Give me
What's
a
the-
list.
Grim needs an amulet that helps him not die, and he needs a ring that helps him not die.
I'll also take an amulet that helps me not die.
You can make them out of aquam. I don't know.
When you
Whatever.
say not die, are you saying like you need like an amulet of protection, or like bump your AC up, or what are we talking about?
More like they have the amulet that makes you could take more hits. That one that exists
Gives you temporary
like that.
HP.
That one. Grim can't take very many hits. He can, but not really.
My amulet could be, if we take another one of the gems, another type of resistance, whatever you guys don't want.
Grim doesn't need any of the gems. Don't worry about that.
So
That's
an
okay.
amulet of health is the one you were mentioning. That sets your constitution score to 19.
Ooh. There's another one that gives you like some kind of healing ability that isn't that, but
Grim's talking about something like that. It did,
Yeah. +2 to con.
I don't care. It was some kind of bootleg sorcery like that. But it could be like a worse version of that doesn't need attunement. And then we make the lizard breathe on it. We can say that because he's talking to those guys over there. He can't hear us. Besides, he got a pretty sword. And then a ring that's like a cheap version of the one that helps you have better saving throws, whatever saving throws are. Because Grim's not very good at like dodging things or resisting charms or like really anything that's not helping with his brain. That's about it.
Don't ask me. You guys talk to each other about that.
Maybe it helps with a certain type of saving throw. Or gives advantage on a certain type of saving throw. Or against saves for like fear and charmed or something.
I don't care. If it's a plus to those, like if I could just have a little bit better, with my strength and non-dex saves, whatever helps those. Charisma's it's just a loss. There's no hope for it. It will never be pretty. Grim knows this.
Does anybody want the slashing or bludgeoning gems for either resistance or adding another damage type to their weapon?
Particularly.
Man, my wand of the viper is gonna be so sharp.
The only like equipment slots I have are boots and then like a shoulders of
Get
some
you a cloak.
sort of shoulders thing. Yeah, I don't have a cloak or boots.
I have a cloak.
But there aren't many cloaks that don't require attunement.
I got the Cloak of the Mountebank because that's like the only one that doesn't require attunement that actually does something.
There's the dimension door one or whatever.
Yeah, but it also smells like sulfur, so now I stink.
Ew.
Don't worry, Cleary's been wearing that the whole time.
I don't have a cloak. I have the elven kind boots, shoes that I've been wearing the whole time.
Me too.
Not that
Still
it
got the
helps
same
because I'm
boots.
still really bad at sneaking. It's like when you have advantage but you only have a +2. It's like it doesn't matter.
Well, my proposal for the slashing and bludgeoning gems is that we give them to the squishiest people to be used as resistances. So, like, if our healer is resistant to all bludgeoning damage, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, if you want to propsy, yeah. Grim has
I-
other ways of getting. Because Grim
I mean,
wants that
I
crack
can
tattoo.
remake your ring and add the resistance to that. But if there's any equipment slots you're missing, I could potentially craft something else for you as well.
Roxy, do you want to be resistant to being bonked or being slashed? Or both?
Give her both.
Only I bonk.
I did put a sort of template in the chat for like
Yeah,
equipment
I'm
slots,
looking at that now.
so you can compare what you have and what slots it takes up and
Oh.
what you got free.
If you got room for both, take both. If you don't, then maybe we give the other one to whoever has the next like lowest AC or something. Or I'll take it.
And
I
they
have a slot.
changed how feats are created. They got so many different options. I can't find the old options I used to use.
So what are these dried leeches for?
They're dried leeches.
They're just dried leeches?
Snacks,
Five
Oh,
times dried
floating like
leeches.
this.
jerky.
Sure, you could use them in alchemy.
Probably. Not according to this.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, but yeah, you can make whatever you want. That's entirely up to you guys. Just talk it out and decide on something and what materials you want to use, and then I'll tell you what to roll.
that's Grimm's just like, make me an amulet of health that's not an amulet of health that doesn't require attunement, and a ring of protection that's not a ring of protection that doesn't require attunement. That's basically what he's after. And then we'll make Mitnir breathe on it and hope for the best.
Yeah,
Because
man.
that's really all Grim can think that would help him.
Warren,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any ideas about what you want to put into these?
But I don't need any of the gems or anything, because I'm gonna get the tattoo of the Kraken for all my damage resistances.
So he wants something to help. What are your current saving throw proficiencies anyway?
Just int and whiz.
Int and wisdom.
And then everything else is like 3, 2, 2, 1.
So I can try and boost your con and maybe get con saving throw proficiency or something, maybe?
Only try.
I mean, as a monk, I'm proficient in all saving throws, so I'm familiar.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever you can do, go for it.
All right. So if you want to, are you trying to make an amulet or a ring?
Well, he has the communication ring, so you need an amulet? Or
Whichever.
am I
One or both.
remaking your... Want me to just remake you? Oh, you're not putting a gem in there.
I'm not putting a gem in anything, no.
Um,
Unless I just
okay.
want to, unless a gem would, like just a not regular old gem would help.
Yeah. So I'll say this: if you want to do Constitution, you're going to need to use one of your 1,000 gold value diamonds as one of
Sure.
the ingredients. You
That's
could
fine.
use any kind of enchantable metal, so mithril, magisteel, whatever it is. It'll use 1 pound total.
I'm going to use Magisteel because that seems to be the best for this kind of thing.
Yep. And then if you want to do anything other, your goal's con and con
Mhm.
saving throw.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're gonna go off of a scale. All right, I'm gonna write it down so it can't be changed. I'm gonna do.
Hey, Mitnir, how much materials did we use on the sword? Did you write that down?
No, I did not. Apologize. I know I put 30 platinum into it, and it was like a pound of. I guess
Shoot, if
pound
you
of-
need platinum,
like the
I can give you
Majesty.
platinum.
I think it was a pound of Magisteel, right? And then
Yeah,
one,
a
couple
bunch
pa-
of like 10
Mithril.
pounds or something of mithril. That sounds up close to the right numbers.
I'll
Okay.
just take that up. Okay.
There we go. You should be able to make this within a day, or certainly before you have to leave the cauldron and it constitute a day. So you guys have unlimited time now, basically. So go ahead and give me a tinker check, and state beforehand whatever modifiers you guys are going to do with it.
Man, I'm still gonna give him his foresight.
Advantage.
Any other bonuses?
Seti,
I'm
you giving him?
assuming you get the inspo, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say everybody spent this entire day in the cauldron.
Inspo and guidance.
You did.
All right, we'll add those.
Do you want to use the blood diamond thing, or the blood ruby?
I could.
It's kind of because it does tick down charges, and we don't know what it happens when it hits 0. But it could give you.
How
a
many
+5.
charges do we have?
Currently, it is. One second. My notes. 20.
Man, you really
Oh,
went
yeah, I'll use one.
all the way down as low as you could go.
So that's +5.
So total is 40.
Nice.
Total's 40.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you create an amulet that gives him +4 Constitution.
Ooh, that's higher than I thought.
Yeah, because you hit exactly the threshold for +4, and he gets con save proficiency.
And then make the lizard breathe on it.
And we make the lizard breathe on it. One of these ought to hit.
I mean,
Eventually, he's gonna breathe so good, guys.
it's a 22.
Ah,
So close.
it's so close.
Now make one for me.
He's gonna breathe on Setis. He's gonna breathe on Setis for sure.
It's okay. I'm okay with this, like, not hitting a lot versus when I hit, like, everyone else's tattoo and then failed on my own.
I will say, actually, you use materials that you're just really good at making stuff. Definitely should have been some enchanting material cost, but it's fine.
Hey, do you need monies? I'll give him monies.
I'd say probably for making this with the amount of enchanting, especially considering the result, let's say that you needed about 2,000 gold.
Oh, easy. I'll just take that off of mine.
And that's just the enchanting materials.
Get rid. Oh, why does it always do this? It closes whatever window I'm on. So get rid of that. Let's just 2,000. Remove.
All right. What did Seti want?
I mean, I might just take the same thing because it's pretty
You can
good.
certainly try.
I
Well,
mean,
then we'd only have to make one item.
that's what I was thinking because I was like, that's just easy.
Unless I roll good on that.
Yeah, unless mine is more awesome.
Here's gonna be.
All
Here's
right.
gonna have
well,
like artifact quality.
It'll
Although
be the
I'm like,
same.
my wisdom is weaker than my con in terms of like saving throws and stuff. So I'm like, because Constitution saves are like, I'm already, but wisdom saves. Maybe we
Just
do
don't get
wisdom.
hit.
For wisdom, you would need a different gemstone.
Would amethyst work?
No,
What would work for wisdom?
sapphire.
I have a lot of opals.
You guys do have a very fancy sapphire.
It's not like we need this much of the sapphire for whatever we're gonna
I
use
mean,
it
we
for.
can take a piece off of the sapphire to make
The
a
frozen
sapphire.
teardrop is sapphire.
Well, we
So
have
if
one
you guys
called
make-
Thunder Sapphire.
Yeah, the thunder sapphire.
Oh, thunder sapphire. It's up to you guys what you want to do with any of this shit. That's totally up to you. During all this time, Bropsy, you can make as many potions as you want.
Yeah,
have
that's
the
the
time.
plan.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also
Use
have
my
a lot of money, so it's gonna be a lot.
use my bioluminescent red amanitas.
Oh.
I forgot what the additional effect was for that. You wrote it down,
Mm.
right?
They do
It's like
so they do temporary hit points as
temporary
well.
hit points. Yeah.
So
We
they heal
have-
and do temporary hit points.
Here's a question though. How many do you have?
I have 34 of them.
Okay. That's
I'll
good.
take them all.
So it's
I will
like
take them all.
whatever it is, it's half. So for the superior version of it, it heals for 44 plus 4 and grants 44 plus 4 temporary hit points on top of that.
One of the
But I
stones
also have
Stick in my head, but okay.
22 regular red amanitas if you need those as well.
I probably will.
All right. So what's up?
One of the stones was like magnetic, right?
The iron one,
The iron one, yeah.
Which one was that? Are we using that?
bludgeoning.
It's the bludgeoning one. I
I
don't think
might-
anybody's claimed most of these.
We
Well,
just mentioned maybe giving it to Propsy.
yeah, which is power wise fine. I might use the like dust for a tattoo.
Sure.
Should be plenty.
Plenty. Seti, during this time, you could certainly get a tattoo. Once Cleary finally comes to the cauldron, which would be... You guys probably send him a message, take him a couple hours to get back. You see that he has new gemstones growing out of his wrist.
Perfect.
He has a little bit of a glow under his skin.
You're shiny.
Just a little bit, yes.
Did you get another fracture?
Yes, I had some guidance directly from the Magister,
Oh.
and it was quite nice. I feel my spell crafting has really reached its peak.
Ooh. Can you do True Sight?
What?
Just another tattoo I was thinking about. It's hard.
Don't you have glasses that are useful for true sight?
But they're all wonky, and I have to wear glasses all the time, and they keep sliding down my nose.
Right.
I can do it.
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure this is a head or face tattoo, and I quite like her face. So,
But it would just be
We could
right
just-
here.
Yeah, just an extra eyeball.
ooh,
Well, I don't want it to look like an eyeball, but maybe like a constellation that suggests like an eye.
certainly, we could do something similar to that.
But I mean, it's
Um,
it's like really difficult tattoo, really expensive tattoo. So I'm only just asking, as opposed to because I have other tattoo ideas. I have a lot of tattoo ideas.
I can certainly attempt it. What's the
DC 25. Well, that's for the one
DC
that
25?
that was for the one that has to be activated and can only be used for an hour. There is a version that is permanent, but they didn't put any details about that one in the book.
Yeah, they don't put details about those.
So I was like,
Don't worry, I'll attempt it.
yes, you stop.
If you want to attempt it, I need a tattoo too. But
I'm here for tattooing.
We've got a
I can
month in the
practice.
cauldron.
Great.
We've got tons of time. Gideon, stop.
Grim wants the mark of the Kraken.
What's the DC?
What is the DC on the mark of the
I'm
Kraken?
not sure that one says.
We have all
It's
the
a-
time we could possibly
It's a
need.
simple one.
Medium size, simple tattoo.
Anywhere. Put it on my butt. It doesn't say if there's a permanent version of it though.
Medium size tattoo.
unless he wants to try and
I
make a
mean, yeah,
permanent version of it.
it should be easy
You
enough
wanna-
for him to accomplish.
Create pools of darkness 24/7.
I mean, yeah.
As your traveling companions, we might have something to say about that. You might not be traveling with us anymore if we can't see.
I mean, no. Yeah.
I mean, what do you're gonna have true sight, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, unless everybody's getting true sight tattoos.
Huh? That's actually not.
What
a
is your true
terrible
sight
idea,
one
but-
do?
It gives you true sight. You can see into the ethereal plane for 120 feet. You can see everything as it is, so like hidden objects and doors, invisible things.
Oh yeah, I should actually probably get that if I'm going to have the darkness one because I don't have dark vision.
I think the darkness probably doesn't affect you as the caster.
You would think so, but it doesn't say.
Like, look up the darkness spell. What does the darkness spell say?
All right, so Cleary's going to have to beat a 30 to apply that tattoo to your head. What kind of material do you want to make it with?
The gem dust. That's
Which
more,
gemstone dust?
the psychic dust, right?
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's the amethyst dust. Certainly match the rest of what you've got. You're going to have amethyst tattoos all over.
Yep.
This will take, it's a medium ornate tattoo, so it's going to take 2 bags.
Yep.
And he's going to roll advantage.
Yes, I would give him advantage and also inspiration.
Also
And
inspiration.
guidance from Bropsy.
His DC is 30. He's currently at 28.
Okay, you should.
Plus 9.
Okay, he's good.
So he successfully applies the permanent true sight.
Nice, thank you.
So just give yourself true sight. So as he's sitting there, he's like, so he sort of just creates like a nice little crown. Like it's like there's like a sort of a larger star in the center of your forehead, and then it just kind of like follows the traces, like kind of falls around the side of your head like this, almost like a little tiara of stars across your forehead. And he's like, I'm so sorry, because this one hurts. But don't forget that this will take 6,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh.
Because even with the half cost of not costing the artist, because it's the permanent
Was it
version,
permanent? Yeah, I figured it would cost twice as much.
double cost.
Mittenir watches the whole thing. He's studying.
And then the mark of the what's it called? Kraken?
Yeah, but if I do that, I looked it up. The caster can't see through darkness. through the darkness. So I will definitely need true sight as well.
Okay. Well, the cost of it would be halved. And the DC is incredibly low. So it shouldn't be hard for him to do it. And then it can look whatever you want it to look like.
Yeah. But I definitely will need what she just got as well. And I will definitely pay the 6,000 gold or whatever.
Mark of the Kraken. So this will be only 1,000 gold.
Easy.
Medium simple. Yeah, he already threw a 27 down, so applied.
And that one we'll just put on his back or something.
It's anywhere, yeah. So you can put it on your back, you can put it on your leg if you want.
It'd just be like little tentacles on his back or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, so he just puts some tentacles on your back. And after he tattoos the tentacles onto your back, the mushrooms use the growth pattern and actually grow into mushroom-shaped tentacles that make the tattoo 3-dimensional.
My little babies.
Cool. That said, he's still gotta have to try doing your big tattoo with a DC of 30. All right, we're sitting at 27 right now. I'm sure we got an inspiration. We're at 30. 27 plus 3 is 30. So even without anything from Propsy, that's done. It does, however, doesn't matter how much time. We got so much time. So
Now,
and
does
that can
that
look however you want it to look as well, but
take? Is that with the same stuff she had?
you can use whatever you want for the material, but you can use gemstone dust, or you can use any of the other kinds of ink that you want to use.
Okay. As I was gonna say, if it used what she had, then wouldn't it be the same? What did you use? The magic? Is yours like the dust that has? It's not the dust. Like it's not like empowered, is it?
No, it's just amethyst
It's-
dust.
It's
It's
just amethyst
basically just considered
It's not
I
like
guess-
psychic empowered, right?
No, I
it
just
would
thought
be
it was
considered
good for the theme.
Yeah.
it would be considered elemental ink.
But I do have 3 more bags if you wanted to use that. You could have used 2 of them.
Because it appears as if it's filled with glittering gemstones.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't wasting some.
So it's like 150 gold pieces per ounce.
No
Also,
worries.
Orin, I'll just go ahead and take the same amulet he did. If we want to repeat whatever those rolls were.
Let me put this down to 466 platinum.
Yep, that's just a tinker check and 1,000 gold diamonds. So tick off one of those 1,000 gold diamonds if you're going to attempt to make that same one. Yep, and roll a tinker check. So 6,000 gold was the cost for the other materials for the tattoo, but you had yourself a third eye.
That's right. Now I can see stuff. Grim has
Anybody
been
else need any tattoos before we close this?
Grim's been without dark vision this whole time, and now he's got true.
Did you roll with advantage, Orin?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
I'm adding the things. 33.
33. Okay, so it's only a +2 constitution.
Damn it!
Sorry.
Hey, you could scrap that one and try again.
Was that with the +5?
No, but that wouldn't have hit 40, so it doesn't matter.
It would have
just
hit a
need to know-
different threshold.
Yeah, I just need to know so I can knock down the counter if you use it.
I mean, do you want me to just remake?
No,
we
it's
have time.
okay. I mean,
We
it's
got
a
time.
1,000 gold diamond.
Okay.
I'm
I
using the
just looked
same
at the
diamond.
tattoos.
We're not scrapping the diamond. I'm still using that same diamond.
Oh,
It's just gonna re-enchant it.
well, I mean, if you want to try again, just in case.
We'll do a second attempt.
Okay, make me a tinker check to disenchant it without losing any material components.
Shit.
Oh, now I roll high. 33.
Yep. So you're able to disenchant it, and you're able to reapply the runes. Give me a roll.
And I assume Bardic Inspiration.
Mhm.
And Guidance. Oh, that's a low inspiration. Let's see. Use another charge off the ruby. That'll be 42.
All right, that's +4 with plus to con save. With now you have proficiency in con save.
Sorry,
So the same
43.
item, so we don't have to make a second item.
Correct.
Wow.
Except
That's what I was
for
gonna- Except for the breath.
what is he going to roll on his breath?
21, you're good.
Dang, so close.
Hey, we got closer.
So close. All
Now
right.
Grim and I have matching necklaces and matching forehead tattoos.
Wait, which one's
Look at you
which?
guys.
You're
Well,
silly.
anybody else got anything else they want to do in this cauldron, or are
I
you
could do
going back to
tattoos all
reality?
day, every day, if you know. Well,
I have a tattoo after messing around with the sword and the blindness thing. I won't go so far as doing a true sight, but I'd like to try and make a tattoo of bond weapon.
Tattoo of bond weapon.
Oh, is that
So
let you do like what she does?
sword. It's it's from like the Eldritch Knight's ability to pull the weapon back to you as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not in here.
No, it won't. It's not in there. I was trying to see the closest thing I could find for what I wanted was using like the climbing tattoo and being like modify that to be like grip to the sword.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's say that this is probably going to be 3,500 gold tattoo cut down in half to 1,750 gold would be the cost, because you don't have to pay the artist. And then what kind of, are you going to use gemstone? Are you going to use
Just I was going to use some of the iron stone, like the dust from the
the
iron
magnetic?
stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my idea was just kind of like it's going to be chains essentially, like up the
Yeah.
hand.
So
Yeah.
we'll call it a medium tattoo
Mhm.
on one of your arms, your sword arm, whichever one that is. I don't know if Mitnir's left or right-handed.
I guess he's technically right-handed, but great sword. Use both. So
Yeah, you use both, but so whichever one he would be wanting to catch it with, right?
right.
Sure. And then I'm gonna, since this is a unique tattoo, I'm gonna set the DC to 25. Done.
I didn't want to like negate it by being like, oh, true sight. I can just ignore the fact that I can't see. Now I at least have to use like a bonus action to get it back.
There you go. Go ahead and write yourself up a feat or something for it, or make an
Yeah.
item for it, or what have you. And add an action for bonus action retrieve weapon.
Mhm.
All right, cool. We're all making stuff. Perhaps see how those potions come in.
Oh, I'm ready. I
Okay.
would like someone's input on the tattoo I posted, because that one immediately caught my eye.
So have you rolled for making potions?
No, I need guidance on doing that. And first of all, I need guidance on how to harvest my 10 Amanita mushrooms.
Grim's got that pulled up, I think.
Okay, I
There-
got the text of it. It says gathering herbalism kit DC 10 and the quantity 2d4 stalks.
Yeah.
So you'd have to roll your herbalism.
Okay, and assuming I know how to do that correctly, I'm also giving myself the enhanceability nonsense. So
I think I
that's
told you
20.
last time how many you had to harvest.
I have it in my notes that I had 10
Okay, gotcha.
growing in
Well,
my
there you go.
garden. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
so you
rolled
just do that 10 times.
27 to harvest them.
Okay. Definitely successful. You destroyed the DC to do it.
Uh-huh. So how does that work? 2d4 stalks, would that be 20d4 since there's 10?
Yep.
Okay, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
I already forgot what I said. D4.
Why can't I find this? Did I not save this? Got magical tattoos.
53.
So many.
That's a lot of Amanita mushrooms. How did you even roll 53 on
Because I had
20d4? That's crazy. No, it's out of 80, right? So
Pretty good.
I'm gonna use all of them.
making some
Oh,
big ass
man.
potions.
Oh, you don't even know yet. Although I guess I will be doing a little less if I am getting that tattoo. Yes, Zim. I figured it'd be good for like right before a mass cure wounds or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just as an extra oh shit button. Okay, now math. of that.
My
My plan.
I don't have the
Huh.
the link to the potions thing. So
I have 4 tabs open for this.
It's the only thing in the chat between you and me and Bropsy from
Yeah,
way
I can
back
link
when.
it to you right now just for simplicity.
I just put it in the chat.
Or I DM'd it to
Oh,
you.
that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. I am gonna have to do some quick maths, but I'm starting off with 6 of Mergaxer's Elixir of Life, which will give us all advantage on death saving throws for 24 hours.
Did you learn that one already?
Yes, I only looked at the ones that I have learned.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to buy the materials for both of that and the other one. The healing is the only one I have things for because I was growing other things, but they're not useful for my for the potions that I know. But I did the math for so what did I say? The Elixir of Life uses the white ghost orchid seeds, which are 50 apiece, and then making an uncommon potion is 150 apiece. No, sorry, 100 apiece. So 150 times 6, 900. My math.
Wait, what? We
I'm
already
starting off.
we already said that the pricing guide is wrong.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh. Okay,
We
that may
decided
change
that
things.
the pricing guide was gonna be wrong.
Oh, okay, here's the thing. There are 2 different prices set, which is confusing. I went with the higher one because there's one at the very beginning.
That's like
Let me show
150
you.
gold for a very rare potion, which is wrong.
Yeah, so I'm making an uncommon. That pricing guide says 10, but later on when it lists the actual potions, it says that the price for an uncommon is 100. I went with that one.
Yes, 100 is correct for uncommon.
Yes. Okay, so I did that. 100
Okay,
apiece
gotcha.
plus the 50 for the white ghost orchid seed times 6, 900 gold to make 6
Okay,
elixirs of
sounds
life.
correct.
Okay. I'm still gonna cast my
That's in the
enhanced
herbalism
ability for
section.
that.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I'm also only looking the alchemy and herbalism stuff for this.
Yeah, that's the death saving throw. Gotcha. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Do I just
Okay, next.
roll my herbalism kit?
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
I don't think you'll fail. It's uncommon.
Yeah, and I get advantage from my thingy thing. Not a whole bunch. Okay, so that's 27 for that one as well.
Eviscerated it. DC was 12.
Okay.
DC was lower than your proficiency plus your wisdom.
So you also thought that just made 6?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You made them all.
Next up, I'm making 12 potions of invulnerability, which again, I have to buy the metal for, but math, these ones are...
Well, we are in the cauldron, too.
Just let her buy them. It's fine.
It felt like more work, and
It is more work, yeah.
based on how many I'm buying, it just feels easier to buy them.
Yeah, you pay
500.
some guy to be like, if you can get any more of this lightning strike metal, he spent like weeks out there just waiting for lightning to strike his metal.
Okay, so 500 apiece plus 50 apiece for the metal means 6,600 for 12 of these. This is a rare, so the DC is 15.
Insanity.
Well, that was a nat one. Okay, 17 on that one.
Success.
But I did it.
Thank God for
Okay.
damage.
Yeah. Okay, and I think in order to do, I was gonna do 24 superior healing potions, but I think I'm gonna take that down to 18 so I can get that tattoo. Although this I have to math, so we have. Got it. Putting this on 4 different tabs is breaking my brain. They take 3 mushrooms each.
Which of the potions
So-
are what? Potions of what?
Superior healing potions.
Oh.
So we have, they take 3 each. I'm making 18.
Lee.
So I would need 54 total, which is just what I harvested, isn't it?
Yep.
That's funny. Oh, I harvested 53.
Well, you got one from Grim, and you can choose to make those.
22 from Grim and 34 bioluminescent. So I
So
don't
you
know if
could
you
do
want to
the-
like split them or like some of the potions and some of the potions. Like how you want to
It's
do.
up to you guys. That's entirely up to you.
For my simplicity, I want to throw them all in one pot.
Sure.
Do it.
I think there was a thing for batch cooking.
Yes.
I don't remember
Mhm.
what the
That
rules
is
for batch
entirely
cooking
what
were.
I'm doing, but I don't
I think
know
you
all
made
the
up the
rules.
rules for batch cooking.
I think so.
Potions do.
I think it was something about like yield potential was like
Mm.
you could potentially get or it was
I'm-
time saved.
I
I
will.
don't
I will
remember.
ask for. I should have before because it is possible I fail these. I think, or at least the rare ones, which this
Yeah.
is. I ask for inspiration for this roll. Well, 19 plus 12 math 20 broken.
Eviscerated it.
That for 18 superior healing potions with fancy mushrooms.
Okay. Yep. That's a lot of potions. How many did you
Sure
make?
is. 18, so that I can have enough money
Nope,
for
you
my
made 20.
tattoo. Cool.
20 superior
What,
healing potions. You guys are
With
immortal.
temporary HP, how does? Right.
The
From the
temporary
fancy?
HP ones are like it does half of the effect as temporary HP. So it's like if you're closer to the top of your HP pool,
Mhm.
then you can go over cap by
Mhm.
drinking those.
Mhm.
So it's like a. So are you doing those in addition to, or as
I
some of them?
That's what I was saying. I didn't know if I needed to do them separately because I could afford to do. Well, I guess I could have afforded to do a little bit more than that. But that was my brain working.
That's fine.
This is a lot of math.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, that's
You
what I did.
probably. Yep. And then what was the tattoo you wanted?
The mark of the healer. Anywhere
Mark
medium ornate.
of
So that one costs somewhere like 3,000.
the healer anywhere. So 17,500 gold pieces. You get half price.
Wait, what? Oh,
Half price because you don't have to pay the artist.
wait,
Cleary's
sorry,
doing it.
1,700?
1750.
It's 1,000, and I was like, wait, what?
Prices went up there for a second.
Yeah, 1750. My bad.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna do a little bit more healing, but we'll get to that after. Okay, so.
All right. What are you getting? What kind of ink are you using?
I don't know what the options
Well,
exactly
clear-
are, but I figured I would just ask for like a glowy sun on my chest since it's I glow and I heal.
Well, you can use diamond dust if you want.
If we have it, sure.
You got diamond dust.
Sure. Alright, Dicky.
It's good with sunlight, radiant. It works.
Yee.
Where's the healer one? Mark of. Mark of the Healer. Medium ornate, doesn't have anything special.
You stop. Gonna disown you.
No, rude.
Okay. Cleary rolled a 32, so success.
Mhm.
All right. And then that's gonna get rid of 2 bags of diamond dust.
Oh.
Whoever has the dust.
2 bags? Okay.
Okay, and with that, even though it's long overdue, I think we've hit a wall of accomplishing our goals. So let's go ahead and take a break.
Woo! Take a break.
And so with that, you guys spend, I'm going to say, to do all these tattoos, to do all this potion making, to do all these crafting of legendary items, it's going to take you that full month to do all this stuff. A bunch of gambling.
Yeah, gambling.
So, is there anything else you guys needed to do while you were in the cauldron, or are you going back to reality?
I think we
thinking
should.
I need a tattoo. But I don't.
Like, everybody gets as many tattoos as he'll let us. I will get more if I can.
We could do that off
Till
stream.
you guys run out of money.
Yeah, exactly. But we like if we're gonna give like Bropsy bludgeoning resistance with the item, like make something for her that gives her, like use up these gems while we got them. Let's get our resistances.
Other thing to consider is any potential items that we want to give to anyone else that's not in our group, or have available to give to someone else who's not in our group.
Nothing for me.
That's an idea.
Like
Yeah,
if
what do
Zanya
you
showed
guys
up
wanna
again,
do?
we could be like, "Here, use this," and she'd be like, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah, maybe I'll stop sucking.
I don't have any items off the top of my head, but something to think about.
We need Kita to tell us what slots she has available for her items.
Okay, let me. Where'd my mouse go?
Or like you said, you could remake her ring to give bludgeoning resistance.
I believe that's what I currently have.
So she's got her shoulders, arms, hands, and adornment free.
That's a lot of stuff that's free. Honestly, make the ring do it. Like, we've been knocking these rolls out of the park, right?
We've been doing all right.
That just it makes the ring more useful for a ring slot, or
I mean,
turn it into earrings or whatever. Do birds wear earrings?
She doesn't have ears so much.
I have holes for ears.
Yeah. You could have a beak nose tattoo.
Get a little beak piercing, like a little stud at the end of your beak.
Doesn't sound very Bropsy though.
I could redo
You don't know who
your
I am.
circlet. I mean, I don't even know if you need that anymore.
You could get one of those like little like, you know how they on like birds of prey and stuff, they can like get like a gilded beak, like where you put the tip of the beak as like, or like a horse, how they have like the kind of, yeah, you could have like a gilded beak adornment.
Yeah, that'd be considered a head one. Or we could even redo a head one, because you don't need the circlet. That's just a flashlight.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Do
not
it.
necessary.
Not to mention, she currently on her head has a coral crown that kind of grew out of her head.
Oh, I
Kind
forgot
of
about
hovers
that.
there. It's like not attached. It kind of like just hovers above. Anyways, so if you guys want to make any more things, go for it.
I don't think I need no more things. Well,
I used all of my brain power doing what I did. I'm spent.
Well,
We always have a week to think of if you're like, hey, I really do need.
Yeah, just make it or outside or dip back into the cauldron.
I'll get more tattoos if nobody else does anything.
How many more tattoos you plan on getting, girl?
I'm bored.
I can go all day until I run out
Full
of money.
body sleeve.
how many tattoos can you fit though? Like, what's
You can get
whole
two
body
medium.
template?
No, sorry, like your arms alone, you can get a medium and a small. You can get 3 smalls on your arms. Same for your legs. Like you can get 1 medium on your head, which we've already done. There's torso, chest, like back and front.
You've already got it. You've already got mediums. On
I've
your
already got
front and
mediums on
back.
my front and back, so I can only do so much with what's left of my front and back. But I got
technically-
arms and legs to work with.
Technically,
think-
Grim already has tattoos on his head, right? Hold up.
That's true.
The true sight is the.
I have one on my neck and now one on my head.
So we'll say the neck one could be considered like a back tattoo.
Or split it like a small on front and back. Depending on-
Torzak's one. It's like on the base of his skull. Now he's got a face tattoo.
Man, you guys are looking real shady, you know.
I'm all sparkly. It's like little diamond freckles.
I mean, I could get a, what's this one? A tattoo of major protection. And a tattoo of protection.
Not both.
And a tattoo of warding. He's got all the tattoos that give saving throws.
As long as you have space for large tattoos. The thing is that you only have so much space for large tattoos.
The only
Yeah.
place you can get small is on your chest or your back. Or sorry, large.
Large?
I mean, yeah.
As your chest and back, and you already put something on your back.
I did. And so I probably only have room for another medium on my back, huh?
Man, it has
Well-
been a minute since I made a weapon.
I think. How much can you have on your head? Where's the thing?
Just 1 medium or 2 smalls.
So technically, you're done with your back. You have 2 medium. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Say that the other one's on my back. Yeah.
It's technically considered your back.
So I could get
Fine.
one thing on my. I could get like a thing on my chest.
You can get a large tattoo on your chest.
I could get this tattoo of major protection on my chest.
Sure.
I'm going to start with doing a small mark of the anchor on my ankle.
It is 8,000 gold.
For the
Major
protection.
Yeah, major protection is 8,000 gold. But
Don't
without
do
the artist cost, it's only 4,000 gold.
Oh, okay. So I have enough for that, just barely.
Please.
And then it's a large tattoo, so it needs 3 ounces. So the ink would be, you could use any kind of gemstone dust you guys have made and put it in the thing. Because his tattoo knife just makes ink out of pretty much whatever you put into it. In theory, you could just put mushroom stuff into it and make ink out of it.
I'm sure Mitnir's really excited about the prospect of that.
What? You want to put fungus inside my knife?
Alright, I think the sword is ready. You want to refresh and add that?
So the tattoo of protection. Where's it at? Where's it at? Of major protection. Let's do bonus to AC and all saving throws.
Oh shit! I should have done that.
What'd you do?
I did a
Oh, the
healing
healing thing.
thing just because I didn't read it, and that was the first thing that jumped out at me.
Well, you already
Yeah,
have a
still.
cloak of protection.
This is true.
can only have one protection magic benefit you at a time.
That is correct. If you have a ring of protection
Oh,
or a cloak of protection or anything like that, you can't also
Okay.
use tattoos of protection.
thank you for alleviating my guilt. Not guilt, regret.
Okay, so we'll do. Yeah, it shouldn't even be that hard to do. Clear should be able to pull it out for you. So, what's the DC?
What
for
am I
large?
making for Bropsy?
Or 8. DC 18. He rolled a 24. So, you Gucci.
We're gonna give you some resistances, right?
So
Cool.
just spend the 4,000 gold and then decide what materials you're using for the ink,
Um,
and then you
for
can
my
just go ahead
shield, I have
make a
cold
feat for the.
resistance. For my existing tattoo, I have fire resistance. For my belt, I have poison resistance, and tattoo also psychic resistance.
Honestly, she's rocking those resistances.
I think we just want to get you like bludgeoning and slashing resistance, right?
That would be cool.
Alright,
I
I'm
can
gonna
say
take
for
these
both.
platinums off my page.
So that'd be the magnetic iron and what is the other one?
I go back to eating my sandwiches. Nom 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 nom.
I don't know which one is the slashing.
That's
Black
the,
steel?
Yep, black steel.
Okay. So, and then item-wise, I can remake your ring and add one of those resistances to it. And then the other one, I could make you like bracelet. Because your arms are free.
Oh, I just rolled a thing on accident. My bad.
Rolled an 8 on your strength save.
It's so good.
Hey, let's see what Cleary gets on his strength save, ready?
That's probably even better than mine.
Oh.
He probably rolled much better than me. Yep.
But I rolled a natural 15. He's only got +2 strength save.
Yeah.
His intelligence saving throw, however, is off the fucking charts.
Let's see, my wisdom saving throw. It's a little bit better.
How's everybody doing? Are we all good?
Yeah, I'm just going to be having to do some rolls here shortly. First, cut up the black steel and the magnetic iron gems.
Okay, Tinker. This is riveting Dungeons and Dragons. We really should have done.
It's so exciting.
We should have done like an off-stream session that was just us doing this,
Yeah.
and then done an on-stream session that was you guys planning your war to retake the cauldron. So I
So
spent all day
32.
typing that up. A 32? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll me a d4.
2.
So you got 2 large pieces of sort of crystalline iron, which is very rare and interesting and magnetic. But I'm going to go ahead and say that those are each worth 200 gold pieces. Because magnets are crazy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be putting this down to like a gem size for a ring. So we're going to have some dust and stuff as well, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah, and the dust has already been claimed.
Just have to figure out how much dust we get out of it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me Well, first give me a d6 plus 2 for any small pieces.